Hello, it's Mike Lesson. It's Saturday, May 13th, and I am at Next Generation's Dairy in Berne, Indiana, which is just on the east side of Berne, Indiana, eastern Indiana. And I am out here with a couple different custom crews. We got Muhlenkamp Custom Farm Operations, who is mowing down some winter wheat that will be chopped into silage. We got Rediger Farms out of Piqua, Ohio, who is running a Class 960 forage harvester. And then we also have Rediger Farms, who has a silage bagger that is bagging the silage. So there's three different custom operations out here plus the farm. So there's a lot of equipment in this video, a lot going on here, and I'll try to explain it as we're going through. Just recently uploaded a video to my YouTube channel of Muhlenkamp Custom Operations with their Chrome 420 Big M mower that was mowing the winter wheat. Winter wheat has been pretty popular, used for a silage. A lot of guys will use winter wheat or rye now. They can plant that in the fall of the year, and then it grows and then sits dormant through the winter, and then it starts growing as the weather warms up. And a lot of guys will mow it down and chop it into silage right before it comes in the head. And it's a pretty good feed source. A lot of guys are using it. And then they can go in and plant corn that could be chopped for silage in the fall of the year. That's pretty common. So a lot of guys will go in and actually no-till the corn right into this cut-off wheat stubble. But this spring has had a lot of rain, and you're going to maybe see some shots in here where they had to cut some ruts in the field when they were chopping. So this will probably have to be worked up before it can be planted in the corn. But ideally, that's what guys will do. They'll take the wheat off for silage. It's early enough they can still get some corn in, and then come in September. Corn will be mature enough to be chopped into silage. I do have a video from this farm at Next Generation's Dairy here. I had on my YouTube channel last fall of Rediger Farms. They had both their Class 960 choppers out here and was chopping corn silage. So you can go back. Many of you probably already seen the video, but you can go back and check that out too. Okay, so since silage is normally chopped, not completely dry like how you would bale hay, it's harvested wetter, but ideally they'll come in and they'll mow it, and it'll set for about a day. So they mowed this, and now you've seen some video there where they was raking it. So what they're doing is they're merging many windrows together so the chopper doesn't have to make as many trips across the field. These big forage harvesters can handle a lot of material, but they laid it out in several windrows to help it dry down a little quicker, and then they're merging it together. So they're going to come through here and chop it, and the only thing is, like when they rake this together, you're going to hear the chopper surging, kind of ropes that material together, and there's still a lot of wet in there, so you're going to hear the chopper cylinder as it's chopping it. You're going to hear the noise changing, but these big cost machines just hog right through it and chop it up. Ideally, the custom silage harvesters like to use trucks. It helps them get from the field back to the farm to unload, back to the field the quickest versus using tractors and wagons. And if you look up close on these semis, I got some close-up shots coming up, you'll see they put some big floater tires on the drive axles on the tractor, and on the trailer also has them as well. That's helping them, stay afloat, because there's a lot of weight when these boxes get full of silage. A lot of weight here, and helps them stay on top so they don't have to be pulled out. Also, there is one tractor in this video pulling a silage box. There's a Ford New Holland Genesis 8970 tractor pulling a Meyer forage box. A couple shots in here as well. But you can see that spout bouncing up and down, and that material roped together as it's coming through and cutting. It's just hear the cylinder noise changing, but like I said, it's just eating her right up. Couple other things to mention. There was some raking going on in this video, and that was an International 884 tractor pulling a Claas 800 rotary rake. And there was also a John Deere tractor. I didn't actually get the model number on it, and when I went back and looked at my pictures, the loader frame was in the way, but I think it was a 5000 series John Deere pulling a New Holland bar rake. So they're using this to merge the windrows together, as I mentioned before, and this can be done a couple different ways for silage. Guys will either use the rakes like you see here, or what they call a windrow merger. And the advantage of a windrow merger, they're obviously more expensive than a rake, but a windrow merger has a pickup on it and a conveyor, a belt conveyor, and that'll carry the material over and lay it on another windrow or put several together. And guys like to use the windrow mergers over the rake sometimes. If you got rocks or stones, the rakes can pull stones out of the ground and put them in the windrow, and that is not good for chopper knives. Now if you're baling, that's not as important, but on a chopper you just don't want to run rocks through there. It damages the knives. Got several more minutes of chopping and raking action going on here, so I'll let you watch that, and then we're going to go back to the farm, and I got video of them filling the silage bags, and I'll talk about that when we get to that part. So stay tuned, watch the action, listen to the tractor noise and the chopper noise, and when we get up to the silage bag, I'll explain that process. We're back at the farm now, getting ready to show you filling the silage bag. So we've got this bagger here, and they're backing up to fill it. This bag is about full. I think these are 500-foot long bags, and got some aerial shots coming up. You can get a better look at it, but they're just topping this bag off here. This will be the last load put in here with this bagging machine. And there's a lot of different ways to keep silage, but silage bag is pretty popular. It's airtight. Silage gets in there packed good by this machine and ferments properly, makes good feed, provided that the bag does not get damaged. It's a real thick bag, but there can be issues when there's, especially when there's grain in the silage, like in corn silage or stuff, coons getting in, or other wildlife, or just damage from vandalism. I was at a farm years ago where a guy rode a snowmobile up across one of these bags. The snow was drifted up, and it was the farmer's grandson rode a snowmobile up over this, and carbides cut right through the bag, and Grandpa had him out there with duct tape fixing it up, but not good. So the silage will keep real good, just has to be no damage to the bag. So here's some bonus footage. They're finishing this bag off, and you're going to see the whole process here. This is Rediger Farms, who owns this bagger, and you can tell when you get up here where they're changing the bag out. They've done this a time or two. So the silage bag comes in these boxes here, so they're unloading them, and you're going to see the whole process. I'm not going to explain it. You can figure it out as they're doing it, but you can tell these guys have done this a time or two. I knew very little about this silage bagger, so I did look up some information on the internet and just give you a couple quick facts. This is called a Versa bagger, and this is a model ID 1014. So the Versa bagger has nothing to do with versatile, and it looks like this company is out of Astoria, Oregon, and this maybe was a German design, but this is a pretty big silage bag unit here, and this actually has a 550 horsepower motor in it, and it's either powered, according to their website, this one here had a Cummins in it, 15 liter, but I also see you can get a deer or a cat in it, and this machine here weighs 39,500 pounds and is capable of handling 13 ton of material per minute, whether it be silage or grain. A lot of guys are storing grain in these bags also. So that's a little bit about that machine, and you're just gonna, the next couple minutes here, watch the process as they put a new bag on and get it started.
Yeah. Drop the reinforcements. Yeah. That's you. Dade County muscle. Push a little bit inside.
Truck is backing up and getting ready to start this new bag here. And here's some aerial footage of the process of filling the bags. Gives you a better look at it, better understanding. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope everybody enjoyed it.